Okay, now we're going to go over in Google Meets here, if you're using this kind of in the classroom with the G Suite account, we're going to go over the Q&A section of the activity tabs, which again, these activities only show up if you're using a G Suite account or something with Google Meets, like you would if you were a teacher in a classroom, which is the example I'm going to kind of use. So the first thing you want to do is, as the teacher, you got to go ahead and turn on the Q&A portion so students can access it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like from the teacher perspective, and then I'll show you what it looks like from the student's perspective. So I'm going to select the activities section here, and I'm going to go to Q&A, and I'm going to turn it on as the teacher. And so you can allow questions, that is turned on, but you can turn that off if you want to close it for a certain part of your lesson or something like that, and then you can turn it back on later. And then you have a few ways to organize things. You can say all questions, unanswered questions, answered questions, or hidden questions. That's just how you can organize it. Or you can do it in from oldest first, newest first, or popular first. What's the most popular question? Students will actually be able to like questions that other students have put in if they have the same question. That'll make it easier for the teacher. Instead of writing in the same question, if you just go and like the question if it's already asked, that'll help the teacher know how many students have that same question without having to try to read through and see, oh, this question was asked 5 times. They can just see, oh, this one question was liked 5 times, so a few students want me to answer that one. So as a teacher, you can ask a question if you want to. So as you can see, the question pops up here, and as the teacher, you can hide the question from the other students if you want to. You can mark it as answered, because the teacher could just answer verbally, right? They're not going to answer written here. They're just going to answer verbally through the call. So once they answer it, they can check it off so they know that it's done, or they can delete the question. You can also see up here is an upvote, a like, and students, as you'll see in a second, will be able to go and like that as well. Students will also be able to answer ask their own questions. So this is how it looks like on the teacher's end. Now we're going to jump over and see what it looks like from the student's end and how they can ask a question. So now we're over here at the student, and you can see in their activities tab, they have that kind of green notification dot. So if they tap on that, you can see it's in the Q&A section. They click on that. They can see a question has been asked. So they can see that question. They can like that question. They can upvote it. So again, especially for teachers and stuff, instead of retyping in the same question someone else has asked, if you can see it here, just go ahead and upvote it. That'll make it a lot easier for the teacher to see how many people have that question. And you still have those organization tools, just like the teacher has. You can reorganize things through these different drop-down tabs here. As you can see down here, a student can also ask a question. So they can ask a question, and other students will be able to go and upvote it if they want to, and the student can delete it. The student can't mark it as answered or hide it. Those are only the teacher controls, but you can see they can ask a question here. So now we're going to jump back and see what this question looks like from the teacher perspective. Also here on the student side, we can see that one of these questions has been marked answered. So here we are back over on the teacher side, and you can see we have these same controls again. We can see someone else has liked it, so we know that there's at least one other person that kind of has that question. And if more people like it, you'll see we'll get a live update right here. So that's how you go ahead and use the Q&A section in the Google Meets here, if you're using this in a classroom setting or anywhere else where you're using G Suite accounts. Hopefully this video helps, and if it does, go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this one on how to make technology work better for you. Thanks.